Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're returning. It's your host or your girl. Look, I'm thinking I'm recording my podcast. It's your girl Fiery Moon, and I'm here to do the weekly general collective reading. There will be a podcast episode to go along with this reading if you like to check it out. You can get the links from the About tab. It is available on Spotify, Google Podcasts, as well as Anchor. And it is called Fiery's Corner, where each weekly reading that I do will have a podcast episode to go along with it. You guys know with the weeklies, I start out with an empowering question, to see what we may need to ask ourselves. Something, we could have been pondering upon, something that, you possibly been thinking about. But as always, you guys know these readings are general. They're not tied to any specific zodiac sign. Take what resonates and leave the rest. If it's not your story, it's just not your story, and that's fine. The energy can be vice versa or interchangeable, but you guys know, I'm pulling it for the intentions of the energy surrounding us this week. As I am recording, we have the Sun and Mercury in Aries, the Moon, Venus, and Mars in Aquarius, as well as Saturn, Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces, Uranus in Taurus, Pluto is in Capricorn, and the North and South Node are in Taurus and Scorpio. So we have, as well as energies, we have everybody here: earth, air, fire, and water. So with that being said, we're going to jump right in and let's take a look. I did already shuffle the empowering questions cards, and I do apologize, but Mercury just moved into Aries, so I'm already struggling with, speech. As you know, Mercury rules, communication, the intellect. But with it being in Aries, that cardinal fire energy, words, I can just feel that energy very strongly, is what I'll say. So the bottom of the deck says, what is the most important thing for me in this moment? So this is something you could be thinking about, something you may need to think about, something you may want to think about. What is the most important thing for you in this moment? And it could be anything. It could be your job. It could be your family. But what is the most important thing to you right now in this moment? It could be anything. But let's see what empowering question we need as it pertains to the energy for the week. And the collective. What empowering question do we need? I know it's been a while since I posted a video. But I believe in the last video I said, I was just going to be doing them as I was guided to do them. And I believe I've said it before, a lot of the energy or the planets move. It takes time for them to transit through a sign. And the only planet, that moves every 2 to 3 days is the moon. And so since we've come out of, the retrograde period back in the end of January, early February, a lot of the planets have still been in the same sign. So, we just let the energy work the way it needs to work. And that's, part of the reason why why I'm being guided to do them as, the transits change besides the moon. So the one we have out, and I don't believe I've ever seen this one before. And it says, how or in what way do I experience myself when I'm alone? So how do you experience yourself when you're alone? Listen. Thank you, Spirit. And then we have, how and how often do I give myself permission to enjoy life? And how do I feel then? So this is making me feel like some of you may be, going through a situation or circumstance or in a predicament where, some of you may be struggling with, being alone, or even feeling alone. Or feeling like, being left out. It's giving me that, what they call today as FOMO. There's like a fear of missing out on something. But it's almost like with the how and how often do you give yourself permission to enjoy life. It's like you're not allowing yourself to enjoy the things, people and places that you enjoy because of like not wanting to be alone. I really don't know how to explain it. Let me get one more. One more empowering question. It's too many. And then it says, what gives me great joy? Yeah, so it's like some of you, I almost feel like there's a struggle between what makes you happy and going towards that versus, the fear of missing out, the fear of being alone, the fear of, it almost feels like being ostracized or exiled. I don't know why those words came out. Yeah, and it is. It's like you're questioning a lot right now. And then it says, why am I doing the things I'm doing right now? Yeah, so you're questioning, like, why are you, some of you, it's almost like a fear, like I said, that fear of missing out or fear of being alone or fear of being left behind. And it's like, with you staying in that fear, for one, you're not, it's almost like, and I hate to say it this way, it's like you're afraid of knowing yourself, of, really taking a deep look at yourself. Some of you, a lot of the running that we do in life is from ourselves. Because, and a couple of weeks ago, I had watched the movie Coach Carter. And I know if you've seen it, it's a staple movie for me anyway. But he kept asking the one player, like, what is your deepest fear? And another one of the players was like, why he keep asking us that? Like, why? And, towards the end of the movie, he said, our biggest fear is not that we are inadequate, is that we are powerful beyond measure, and shielding that light that you have, playing small and, fearing, being disliked or not accepted or left out. It doesn't help anybody because we all came here to be our individual selves. And we are in Aries season, which is, it's cardinal fire. It's, it's individual energy. It's the self. And it's like some of you have to, take the chance on yourself. Going after what makes you happy. And giving yourself the permission to enjoy whatever it is. Whether someone likes it or not, whether someone has something to say, people are gonna, always talk. But it's like, that's the energy that I'm feeling. And some of you are questioning, like, why are you doing, or why are you around, or why are you someplace right now? Because it feels like uncomfortable. I'm getting a feeling of like, I want to say it was about a few months ago. I did a reading, and the Princess and the Pea story came through, and I'm getting that feeling again. How through all of those mattresses, she felt that one pea that was like almost like a thorn in her side. Yes. Oh my God, I love this. And then I just say, Aries energy is taking that leap of faith, being, it's the Fool in the tarot cards, and it's, being, spontaneous, taking risks and just going for it. And look what's at the bottom of the deck. Confident. self-assured, courageous, and bold. Yes. Take that leap. Oh my God. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Take that leap and go towards what makes you happy, what makes you makes you feel comfortable, excuse me, and fulfilled. It's time. And you know, like every time this confident card comes out, you know, when I feel the energy of it, it almost makes me feel like, you know, you're afraid like you're gonna, you know, dive into an empty pool. But this right here is showing you like, nah, at the bottom, there's some padding here. There's something to support you on the other side of this leap of faith, and I love it. And it's gonna be exactly what you wanted. But there's, you know, you're worried about being disappointed, leaving something, losing something, letting something go. And the cards are saying like, no, be open to receiving with receptive. Because what you're seeking, excuse me, you're gonna find it. It almost makes me feel like what you're seeking is seeking you. For some of you, it's a relationship. For some of you, this is the love of yourself. For some of you, it's a job. It doesn't have to be love specifically just because the card says love. But it is giving me that energy of what you're seeking is seeking you. You just have to go for it. But let's see with the mixed emotion cards how, you know, you're feeling or how you may be feeling this week. Listen. So we got grief, panicky, but then we have free. Some of you, you know, with this coming out under this card here, how or in what way do I experience myself when I'm alone? Some of you guys, you know, you don't want to face yourself. And this is a judgment-free zone. You know, you're sitting in grief and like, it's almost like survival mode. And the cards are saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. The cards are saying, it's time to set yourself free. The free card came out, and then we have trapped at the bottom of the deck. Like, yeah, because it's keeping you, ooh, look, and then the trap card flipped out upside down. Set yourself free. Because it's almost like it's mentally, this is like a mental prison you're keeping yourself in, and it's keeping you from the fulfillment that you seek, no matter what it is. Let me get one more for how the collective is feeling. Give me one more, please. Free to love. Free to feel free enough to love yourself. Love others. Almost at the bottom. Yeah, because some of you feel like what you want you're not good enough for, whether it's a person, place, or thing. And it's like you have to stop that. It's safe for you to go after what you want. And for some of you, it's going to come in, you know, when you least expect it. When you least expect it with the surprise card here. And some of you feel like you're not lovable. It almost feels like because of your past with the ashamed card, past choices or decisions that you've made here, or, you know, due to a lack in confidence that you've had. But, you know, like they say, there's no growth in comfort. I'm getting that as well. And some of the things you're doing right now, it's like you feel that you're not enough, or like you don't have something, and that's the furthest thing from the truth. Yeah, you have to be open. We got the Page of Pentacles on the bottom, open to learning something new, open to a new idea, a new perspective, with the Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, some of you are seeing that whatever this Ten of Wands is, between, because we got the Page of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. And there's something that you're holding on to, person, place, or thing, a mindset, thoughts, feelings, whatever it is, that's hindering your growth from the Page to the Knight. And some of you know this as the High Priestess. Some of you know that, because the High Priestess knows. But let's see what's going on. I'll get all the cards out first. What's going on? So right now we got out the Two of Swords and the Seven of Cups. How often do you give, how often do I give myself permission to enjoy life, and how do I feel then? So some of you, you don't. You close yourself off, you block yourself off from any and all other options of whatever it may be. Whatever it may be, you close yourself off to it. You don't, it's like you don't want to look at it. For some of you, it's in regards to feelings with the Seven of Cups here, that you know, you don't want to deal with it. You rather like fantasize about something, or have wishful thinking about something. But with the Five of Swords here, that's like giving me an energy of almost like you're sabotaging, you know, what makes you happy. Because it's almost like there's almost like you know, the Five of Swords can be like that gotta win at all costs mentality, but you're sacrificing your own happiness, you're sacrificing your freedom, you're sacrificing your individuality. And it could be from, you know, things, people, or places, but I'm getting patterns with the Six of Cups, things of the past. But as the Chariot, you gotta be the driver and take charge of where you're headed. Yeah, you can't keep running from, with the Seven of Swords behind it. You know, whether it's, you know, the Seven of Swords is an energy of like running from, it could be, you know, deceit or betrayal. A lot of you are, you know, running from this energy, or running from something that how can I put this, like, it's like you evade looking at the problem. It's almost like I'm getting like you don't believe in, you know, like hope and faith. Like you don't have faith, you don't have hope. But it's almost like you know that it exists, but you just don't want to like almost invest in it. It makes me feel. Let's see what else. Ooh. That was the Wheel of Fortune, and it fell on the floor. So I'm not going to take it. I'm going to put it back. But this speaks to, you know, moving out of this closed off energy. Coming out of this illusion, like it's almost like something that you may have created for yourself because of your mindset, or you know, things of the past. Yeah. For some of you with the Two of Cups here, it could be like there could be somebody that you enjoy that you block yourself off from. I'm almost getting like you imagine yourself with this person instead of going towards them. Or it could be a job. Or like I said, it could be also yourself. But it's time for you to put an end with the Ten of Swords to that mindset, to that way of thinking, to that whatever it is for you. Because for some of you, this mindset, this way of thinking, and it's crazy because from the 2 to the 10 is the 8 of Swords, which is, you know, that mentally imposed prison that you put on yourself. You don't have to stay in it. You can easily set yourself free. But I'm going to look at that 7 of Cups when we finish. What other messages do we need? Yes. The 8 of Wands, which is, you know, a progression. It's forward movement. It's, you know, taking action. It could also be like communication. This is that Mercury in Aries that I'm feeling off of this. And then we have the 3 of Pentacles. It's something about how you learned how to like build or create or collaborate with others. Something that you learned from the past that some of you are realizing what you learned or what you've been taught, or patterns that you may even notice that you keep repeating. With this 5 of Swords, it's interfering. Like I'm getting interference on this from this 5 of Swords. Like it's interfering with what actually makes you happy. Yeah, it says, because in the reverse, I almost feel like it is reverse. It says past resentments, but you have to move forward from that with this 8 of Wands. And then look what we achieve. The Temperance card, which says balance, moderation, patience, purpose, meaning, rhythm, and harmony, blending, adaptation, and self-control. Yes. Yes, yes, and yes. So tell me about this 7 of Cups. Why is the 7 of Cups here? Yeah, it's your own self-deception. We got the 7 of Cups and the 7 of Swords. Wondering, some of you, you know, you don't allow yourself permission because it's almost like, you always think someone like is out to get you or do you wrong. But it's like, it's because you're looking at, like, you're still looking at it with an old mindset. Because you see how he's looking back at that 5 of Swords. And all it does is keep leading you into a circle of, like, a cycle almost of confusion. Because you won't, like, allow yourself to go into something new. You close yourself off to that. Whatever it may be. Whatever it is you enjoy. You close yourself off to it. But because you keep looking back, it's like you just keep going in an endless circle. Because you keep circling back to, well, they hurt me in the past, or I've been hurt in the past. And it's like that's what I feel like. It just goes in an endless circle. So you never break the cycle. And for some of you, I knew that 8 of Swords was going to show. We got the 2 of Wands, the High Priestess, and the 8 of Swords. And what that is telling me is like, like you're wanting this new beginning. You're wanting to take action. Your intuition is pushing you, but you're battling with, it almost feels like your mind or your thoughts. It's like you can't, like, I don't want to say can't, but it's like you refuse to see it another way. So what ends up happening is you block yourself off from the Ace of Wands through the Eight of Swords with what you know that you want. What's this Five of Swords? Yeah, and it's like, whatever that Five of Swords may be, with the Nine of Swords coming out, clarifying it, it's like, it's almost like you're having like an oh my God moment. Like, some of you are realizing that you're doing this and realizing the resistance you've been creating and letting this go with the Ten of Wands so that you can move forward. Look at you move forward as with the Wheel of Fortune, and look what you go into. The Ace of Pentacles, like a whole fresh new start, a whole new beginning. Give me one more for this Five of Swords. And from the 5 to the 9 is the Four of Swords, which is, taking a break. There's a lot of swords out here, a lot of mental energy that you're expending. Yeah, because you're afraid to let something go. So it's like you keep running, like you run towards what you don't want. Instead of going towards what you do want. Because what you want wants you too. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. You keep making the same mistake over and over because you don't want to let go. And for some of you with this Nine of Wands, I'm feeling like it's also like an energy of like you don't want to grow up. What's the Six of Cups? Yeah, the Eight of Pentacles. It's like trying to repair the past, and you can't repair the past. It's done, it's gone, you're putting too much, you're giving the past, it's almost like you're giving the past too much credit. You're expending too much energy in the past. Yeah, so it's like holding up your growth. It's keeping you stuck with this Devil card from moving forward out of stagnation and making a decision with the Judgment card here to just put an end to it with the Ten of Swords, rest and recuperate, and invest your time into something more worth your time, energy, and effort, and stop focusing on what past hurt you went through, like in the past. What's this Two of Cups? For some of you, it is a person. It's a Queen of Cups. It doesn't have to be. But it could also be you, like you filling your own cup. You being satisfied emotionally with yourself. That's how you can achieve, balance with others. And, come out of that chaos and confusion. The Six of Swords is moving to more calmer waters. Yes. Look it. You could not make this shit up. And the Chariot, yes, forward movement, balance, discipline, willpower. that's going to lead you to this Ten of Pentacles, or Ten of Cups, excuse me, and knowing your value. Being, it's okay to stand alone. Standing alone, it takes courage, it takes strength. Listen, and through this Eight of Wands here, whatever this forward movement is, this progress, this action that you're going to take through the Hermit energy, which is a card of, it's introspection, it's reflection, it's solitude. It says here, soul searching and self-discovery. Through this, it's showing you like you're being guided to take this leap, the Fool. Trust yourself. Come to terms with, who you are, things you've been through, what you've been through, who you've dealt with. Give me one more for the Eight of Wands. Because the Eight of Wands could also be like, I'm getting spiritual messages or insight. Yes. Look it. We got the Page of Pentacles. So this is saying like, it's almost like you're afraid to learn something new. Whoever this is. Like, I'm just saying you for the purposes of the reading. But it's like you're afraid to like have to start over or start from scratch. Give me one more. But it leads, like, this is what's being shown to you. The sun is illumination. You have to take the first step towards your happiness. Give me one more for this Eight of Wands. Yeah, but some of you are, resisting. You don't want to. It's almost like I'm getting like the energy of a fresh start. Some of you feel like having to start fresh or start over is like taking a loss. So instead of, taking the action or stop resisting, you just look at what you want. It's almost like it actually goes like this. It's like that new fresh beginning or that fresh start that you want, it evades you. Like, you're evading yourself or people and places and things that you want. So it's always, you gotta turn the other, like, you gotta take action to go after that Ace of Wands. And leave this hurt behind. And what's the Three of Pentacles? Dang, those came right out. What's the Three of Pentacles? Yes. Building new relationships with the Page of Cups. Building, collaborating with people. It's like, how can I say this? Taking a chance to, build something that is, that brings you joy, like that fulfills you on an emotional level. For some of you, it is a person. So this person could be, trying, like, you could be evading somebody who, trying to offer you something, and they make you happy and you make them happy, but you evade them. It's like, I don't know how to put this into words. Like I just keep getting like what you're seeking is seeking you, but you're going the opposite way. You're going towards resistance instead of opening up and allowing this collaboration to come together. Because then look, we got the Ace of Cups at the bottom. And the Ten of Cups was behind that. Tell me about this Page of Cups. Ooh. That's too many. Tell me about the Page of Cups. We got the Devil here with the Page of Cups. What's sticking out to me is like I really do feel like this Page of Cups is a person. For some of you, it's like if it almost makes me feel like some of you feel like you have failed or have let down. Like I'm getting like inner child energy. Like it's almost like you didn't allow yourself to be an inner, like you didn't allow your inner child to expand and grow and evolve. It's like you keep it trapped and it wants to be free. Yeah, like, because that's what I'm feeling, because these are both like childlike energies. But with the Devil coming out, it says, you know, downfall, failure, self-imposed restriction, stagnation, bondage. Like some of you didn't allow, for some of you weren't allowed to like let your inner child flourish. And just because you're an adult doesn't mean that it's like I always say, there's a difference between being childlike and childish. And like, you know, there's a quote that says the like creative and fun and spontaneous adult is the inner child that survived. And some of you are stuck and, you know, battling with allowing that part of you to like be let loose, to have fun. But it's also because like it's due to like value. It's due to how you have to value that within yourself. And then that is what you'll be met with. But it's not going to come until you get rid of whatever this devil is, like this inner turmoil that you feel. This came out too. Well, let's get the guidance or advice. Yes, you better shut up. Just look at the bottom of the deck. New beginnings. If we ain't in Aries season, yes, clarity and happiness. But in order to have this, closure is required. And finding, which is like, you know, finding, owning, and accepting yourself. But you have to trust the process. You have trust, and then up under trust we have travel. Trust where you're being guided. Trust what you're being guided to do, or where you're being guided to go, or who you're being guided to go towards. That's this energy right here, the Eight of Wands and the Hermit. The Hermit is not going, you're not gonna, you know, it's not gonna lead you down the wrong path. What's the guidance or advice? Love and forgiveness. Some of you are needing to forgive yourself and show that love, that forgiveness, that love to yourself. And in doing that for yourself, it allows, you know, you to align with others that do the same thing. Because if this Queen of Cups is another person for you, they're, you know, they are someone who has the love to give. Give me one more guidance on advice. Yeah. And then we have financial health, which means then it's like through love, you build the physical and emotional and spiritual connections with those that are of the same vibration. Because then at the bottom of the deck, we have friendship, which is bringing me back to this Three of Pentacles. Like, you align yourself with, you know, it's almost like giving me a kindred spirit energy. And they're wanting me to clarify this down here. What's this Queen of Cups in the Chariot? Because I almost feel like this person, that's only if it's another person, yeah. If this Queen of Cups is another person for you, I almost feel like this person may have let you go. With the Ten of Wands. And in them letting you go, it's causing this realization within you. Yep, they let go of you because they knew their value as the Queen of Pentacles. And now they are free, independent, self-sufficient, confident, self-loving with the Nine of Pentacles. And balance, yes. And with the Temperance card. But if this is all you, you have to drop the burden of, it almost feels like I'm almost getting like how, like it's almost like you're focused on the wrong thing. You're working on how's it gonna work and what's it gonna look like. How about you drop the burden of that, of looking at it from that perspective. Look at it for how does it make you feel. Don't, you know, that's the burden that you're carrying. Yeah. Yep, because you're looking at it through eyes like, oh, it's not going to work. Oh, I don't have enough. Or I'm not enough with the discouraged card here. And with the envious card, it's like you're worried about how others are going to look at you. Or, you know, this could be you, like how you look at other people that love themselves. It's almost like an envious energy because you don't know, like, it's almost like, how do they do that? Yeah. And I'm also getting like, for some of you, especially with discouraged and stressed, like if this was someone that decided to let you go because they knew their value and they wasn't going to contribute to this, whatever this is up here, I don't even know what to call it. It's weighing heavy on you. But it's also because you're holding on to it or looking at it from the wrong perspective. Give me one more guidance and advice. commitment. Yeah, that's how you know, through this energy, it's how you build lasting bonds, healthy bonds, bonds that bear fruit. It's through love of yourself, which attracts the same energy to build healthy relationships that can stand on a firm foundation. But it's almost like, you know, maybe your trust in the past has been broken up here, because I feel that. But it's time. It's like it's time for you to trust again. It's time for you to trust again. And in order to trust anybody else, you gotta trust yourself first. So that was the reading, guys. As always, I thank you for tuning in with me. Sending you all love and light. And I will see you on the next video. All right? Later.